Welcome to another Field of Glory 2 battle. This one of a friendly paired match against Gifalrus. Is it Gifalrus or Gifalrus? I think it's Gifalrus. I have the Jews against the Seleucids. Gifalrus is a notable Field of Glory 2 player. He hasn't played in the league recently, but when he was playing a little while back, he was really viciously effective with pike-based armies. So, I've got to treat him with respect here. Although, this Seleucid list is the Seleucid Empire well past its prime. It can still field pike phalanxes in numbers if it wants to. It also gets Romanized argyraspids, so that's the guard infantry, but Roman-style impact with swords. Decent light line, decent medium foot line, and a pretty good cavalry line, a little bit over-reliant on cataphracts, but they do well in the open. So this Jewish list, there's a really incredibly effective Jewish revolt list with huge numbers of zealots and 24-point slingers, and this is not that list. The zealots are great. We're going to max them, but you can only get 7. And light archers are fine, but they're functionally really not that different. You're paying an extra 6 points per unit to fire at long range and waste your ammo. The slingers are just a better buy. So I imagine in both matches, given the open terrain for cataphracts in the hill here, the Jewish list is going to be hiding in this rough enclosures and forest, and the Seleucids are going to have to find a way to attack. So with that in mind, I will buy up and cut the recording. Okay, so here's what I went with. Max the Zealots, of course. Got both Zistophoroi. 2 units of cavalry is not very much, but it's enough to neutralize a little bit of his horse. An additional 4 irregular foot to fill out the line, fight in the forest, the rough, etc. In fact, I might switch one over to the trees here. And 1 raw pike phalanx, hiding in the enclosure. Maxed on lights. It's risky, it could be a waste of points, but I want to have fire superiority. Says we can add 1 more general. I will, of course, add it to the infantry here. And these 2 can join the Zistophoroi. Okay. And same thing here. Right, so what do we got? Phalanx, Romanized argyraspids, cataphracts, Thuriophoroi, and Thracians to push into the rough, camels, and armored noble cavalry. Alright, let's get situated then. We can inch forward. Keep this unit hidden for the moment. And keep these units back for the moment. Like I said, I expect that the Seleucids will be attacking in both matches. Next turn. Looks like you might wisely avoid this enclosure, in which case these zealots might be better off pushing back into the center. Maybe even... I'll keep 1 unit of irregular foot around. Four shooting troops, 5 against 5. So let's get some more skirmishers over to this wing then. Good, and then why don't we do a fake revealing our hand? I mean, he might just count the points and realize that I've been hiding in here. Next turn. Okay, he's looking likely to wisely ignore this rough ground, so I'll need to shift everyone over a bit so we don't have our right wing isolated. Shift you over, and you. How many units do we keep here? Probably not that many. Nah. These cataphracts get in a little bit closer, and then we'll go ahead and push out these lights and start harassing them. Draw the Zistophoroi. Get ready to occupy this rough ground. Next turn. Oh, he's going to go over that first disruption. Hold firm, very good. It's got heavies moving towards this. We'll withdraw our irregulars, get our zealots into line, draw our pikes and irregulars, and once again, get the zealots into line. Shift around. Actually, you're fine where you are. Okay, next up, shuffle forward. And I guess at this point, it's no surprise that I had men lurking in the forest. Okay, then what? Can start with a attempted disruption of the cavalry. Try again. Good. Slingers, slingers, archers, okay. Join the fun. Not a bad start. Okay. Kfaris is feeling pessimistic at his lack of skirmishers. And the giant patch of rough ground doesn't help things either. Ooh. Might have to pull these guys out. Alright. Well, let's see if we can force a frag, maybe. Then break. And then maybe shove these guys off map. Oh, they stood. Interesting. Okay. Let's try to weaken his medium foot as it pushes forward. Held firm. Well, don't want to be goaded into an enthusiastic advance here. That's not what we're trying to do. Okay. Do I advance at all, or just wait? I think wait for the moment, but soon we can get going. In fact, this unit can now pop out and say hello. Next turn. Okay, let's pull this frag unit out and ignore the archers so we can get one more set of close range fire in. Question being, do I want to keep that up or advance? I see no reason not to keep it up, to be honest. Oh, come on now. Let's at least get one cohesion check in. There we go. He'll cover them, but it's fine. Alright. Forward into the enclosure. And, ooh, do we trap ourselves? Yeah. I could fall back here to pull the slingers out. Might actually be worth it so that we can do that. Then zone of control this tile as needed. Okay. And fire. And again. And again. Annoying. These light horse are going to shut down any shenanigans I attempt. My light infantry here, but we can at least get off one set of volleys. Not that it's going to do much against fully armored cataphracts. Okay, getting to a flanking position. Who's left? Infantry line. Sistoforoi. That's it. Hard pass, he says, on charging in. Ooh. Ah, what a shame they held firm. was hoping for a double drop type situation. This is good, actually. It might enable me to charge with the Zealots and then pursue into the disrupted Thracians. Yeah. Let's invite him to charge my archers and break them, but only at the cost of then getting charged himself. We need to cautiously shuffle out of charge range from the light horse archers. And in the meantime, I would like to just break this unit, but I guess I'm going to have to waste arrows auto-breaking it. Here we go. Okay, now to show what he was talking about for the terrible odds, it's that. So defending obstacle plus 25, and yeah, you know, that seems like kind of annoying. But then you look at the melee, what happens is that swordsman POA gets halved attacking across an obstacle. So that's brutal, and I'm glad I didn't just misclick that because I think I almost did. Well. Oh, they held firm. It's too bad. Let's do the thing I was talking about here. Yep. Okay. Yeah, you get out of here. You get out of here. Good, now that covers our flank nicely. This is still unfortunate. Good. Get that flank charge downhill. Didn't do much. We'll have to just grind them down. Okay, and you can also start shifting over. So all the fighting is going to take place here first. I'm going to do a lot of just lurking and waiting elsewhere. Okay. Next turn. Oof, that's some appalling luck right there. General dead in the first impact. What's he talking about? Was it that? Was something else? I don't know. My memory is hopeless. Must have been that. I need those cohesion drops though. Well, you get out. Maybe we can try to frag this militia Thuriofloroi before it flanks Arzistophoroi. Maybe? Ugh. There we go. Break these lights? Nope, just get trapped horribly. That's good too. It's basically the same thing. Good. Now what? So we just keep harassing. They're armored, so they can kind of shrug that off, of course. I'm tempted to try to catch them. I don't think it would work. But they are very annoying. Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. Okay, keep shuffling these troops to the other side of the field. Well, let's not give him too many easy targets to catch. Now I am tempted here, but when I do that, I'll just push him back and end up here and get flanked, so it's not worth it yet. We'll have more freedom of action once this unit goes. Next turn. Oop. Yeah, alright. Oh. Interesting. Whoa. Well, let's crash into this disrupted militia unit. They hold firm, too bad. So unfortunately we got pushed back and our irregular foot can't move to flank this ditch here. So we might just have to deal with that. Here, fighting across the obstacle, our swordsman POA would be halved, but I wonder if it might not be worth it anyway, just to push. Wow, there's cataphracts here. Might be worth it anyway. Good, they're disrupted. Lock them in. Start working on the next unit of cataphracts. Push out. Huh. Do I dare? If I push them back, I end up in open ground against the phalanx. I'm not really into that. Good. Lovely. Okay. Push back here. Then they're pinned in. And they're pursuing, so they won't evade. Good. Let's threaten a flank for next turn, and then do the unfortunate thing. If we move here, they can't charge us yet. Is that worth it? Probably not. Let's just get on with it. Push this unit through this gap, maybe? It's not a bad thing if this pike phalanx counters by charging here, then they break, they might take a test. That's the hope anyway. Right, you're coming out. So, going pretty well. Hopefully we stay in contact here long enough to get that flank off. And hopefully they don't rally. Next turn. Nice. If we do a bit of a... I can accept that this is a dirty trick. This will both block these cataphracts from falling back and allow our raw, unmaneuverable pike phalanx to move into a flanking position against the cataphracts. While our Zistophoroi... Damn, we might still be able to move there. Well, that's alright. Prevent the flank attack? Better yet, do it that way. That I don't really care to do. Yeah, it's not worth it just because of the halving of the swordsman POA. So we'll just kind of move past. Yeah, that's fine. Hopefully we get pushed back here. Yep. Nope. Okay, great. Now, let's see, who's in charge? I don't know. Let's go for the break. Excellent. Got our lancers out of danger. Now we can hope to work on a frag here, although with low ammo it's gonna be difficult. Oops, should not have done that. Oh well. General up in charge. Good. Damn. So many lights, so few opportunities to shoot. We have to go here, don't we? Actually, I'm not sure if it's wise. I could save this unit by sacrificing this unit, that seems not very worth it. I might risk it anyway. Just because he would have to charge here first, and maybe he would bounce off. Does he have a way to block the bounce? No. I'm gonna risk it. Might end up me losing 2 units instead of 1. So I guess Gepharus feels like the match is over. So my plan had been to try and engage your pike unit with my impact foot in the enclosure, since it would not count as open, while using my pikes in the open to screen irregulars. Shockingly, that didn't work because you just backed up. Otherwise, I was in a tough spot because of the terrain and the range superiority of the Jewish list. And some bad luck, there you go. And I'll note that the mirror is kind of looking that way too. So it is, as he says, a tough situation because of the terrain. Ooh, goodbye to this unit though. I really wanted to capitalize on that disruption, and nothing much happened with it. Do we break right away? No, that's good. At least our pikes can charge his cataphracts in. Okay, we have command and control, so we'll shuffle it to this rough and lock in these cataphracts so they can't charge our lights. Push his lights with our irregulars because I don't want to waste ammunition on them. Oops, I probably should have moved them along. Oh well, whatever. Point is, we're going to sit here and pelt them, and they can't move. We can turn to, I suppose, threaten a flank. Not that it's necessary. Okay, get in against these cataphracts with our raw pike phalanx. So we have to Zocklock these legionaries while trying to move around them with the irregulars. In the meantime, just pelt them with arrows. Nope. Okay, and this is going to lead to some bad things. Although apparently not yet. Okay. Zone them in. And advance. Is that even worth it? It's not really. Put the general on there and zone them in. Shuffle off to the side. Oh good, you're back. Need to keep this unit here to keep these cataphracts pinned in. It's pretty scummy, but that's how the game goes sometimes. Next turn. Up rally, and we're gonna have a break here to even things out at least a little bit. Now, where do these cataphracts? I suppose they'll melee, and the next turn they'll be able to fall back. A break? What does that do to the pike phalanx? Nothing. And they form square, which makes sense. Otherwise, I could force a flank attack. I think they might all be in square, which shouldn't matter because we should have a game over here. There we go. So I'm having a pretty tough time in the mirror match, like I said. This terrain very heavily favors a medium foot skirmisher heavy army like this Jewish list. And of course, maybe in a tournament situation, the Seleucid player would refuse to assault a position like this, but Gepharus and I are just having some fun. So he's attacking, I'm attacking the mirror match, and we'll probably both lose, but it's interesting to see, what kind of progress we can make in the face of this kind of position. I mean, the phalanx and legionaries can't really operate effectively in the rough ground. The enclosure gives extra POA and protection against cavalry. It's it's not a position you would ordinarily attack. Um, and I think because of the very defensive stance I adopted, I was never really in any serious danger. This unit is rampaging around, but at most you can pin one more unit, and when you're ahead by 30%, that's not really a big deal. So I think more interesting than how this match went will be how I can do in the mirror, and I suspect the end result is going to be pretty similar. So, a good game to Gepharus, as always, and till next time.